And we're here in post-game press conference after Long Beach State's 3-1 victory over UC San Diego tonight. Coach, if we can have an opening statement on tonight's match.
Yeah. First and foremost, I want to comment on UC San Diego team. I think they're an incredible team and they're figuring some stuff out. And unfortunately, their record doesn't recognize that, but they're a team we don't look past by any means. Our offense, I think, was the story of the night for us. To hit 400 and then hit negative in the second set was a massive swing, and we got to be more consistent. And, we've been working a lot on block and D and focusing on that side of the ball. And I think for us, the offensive side was lacking tonight. So to see it come back, not to its full capability, but that was encouraging. And then I do want to recognize Long Beach Nation, showing up again, 1,000 fan game. So we're so thankful to have that community behind us, and to have your guys' support really helps squeeze out some of those set wins.
Coach, do you attribute any of those kind of struggles in the middle sets to kind of the loss in your last game? And then also, how big is it to overcome those kind of in the middle of a match, especially coming off of that loss?
No, I don't attribute it to the last match. I think our girls are doing a good job. I think our student athletes are doing a really good job of separating the previous match from this match. But I do think there was some UC San Diego did a good job of taking away our shots, and we couldn't adjust at that point. So, yeah, I think that was mostly the reaction.
And a question for you and Maddie as well, because I didn't know she was going to be here or who we were going to get. But what were kind of the changes going on with the Maddies, and kind of how big was it for you to get your opportunity and kind of take advantage of it tonight?
Yeah, we talk about, be ready when your name is called. And I think our team does a really good job of being flexible and communicating those roles and making sure we're all ready and cheering each other on. So it was something that I felt really confident in. And, it just, when your offense isn't working, something's got to change. And so that was our quarterback tonight. But it worked out in our favor.
Yeah, it was fun. I thought everyone on and off the court had my back, which made me have more fun and feel loose and prepared.
And then lastly for Nico, I think you're in on 5 blocks in that fourth set. I mean, how much do you kind of use your energy there to kind of anchor your team along? And then what was it like? What was kind of it like to be on fire there at the end?
I think I forget sometimes how important energy is. And once I'm comfortable and I kind of let loose, nothing can stop me in terms of my energy. Kind of be doing a lot. But I think I forget how much people feed off of it and just everyone's energy. But yeah, I fired up, Camera's on me, but who cares, But yeah.
Nico, starting in the Big West Conference at CSUN and then coming back to it here at Long Beach State, how has this year felt for you?
Amazing. I think talking to anyone, this is my place. This is my home. I've just been treated amazing coaches, amazing teammates. First time I've actually felt like I'm on a team and, a home, and I just feel the love from everyone. And Long Beach, LBC, you can't complain.
For Maddie, 3 service aces, went on some runs, and how big was that maybe for your confidence serving, or was it more settings for your serving confidence?
We talk a lot about just giving our block and defense opportunities. So that was just my goal, was to just get it over and my team can handle it.
Coach had to make some adjustments throughout this one, but how big was that third set where your team was able to fight back, pretty much a comeback win there, to going into that fourth?
Huge. I mean, that won the match right there. And, we talk a lot about end games. We practice a lot of end games. We talk about the red zone. And we got a chance to live it there. I think we talked about responding after the second set in the locker room, and I didn't think we did a great job of that. But to me, it just comes down to hesitancy. And I think we weren't all in some of those moments. And when you get nervous, you tend to back off. So it felt like we shouldn't have been in that position, but to be in that position and come back won the match. So there was some key plays in the end of that end game where people were all in and they were trusting their skill, trusting their training, trusting themselves. And I truly believe that's how we pull it out.
So, Coach, you already mentioned some of the struggles on the attack in the second set. What are some of the things that are said in the huddle in order to get a turnaround and wind up being able to pull out the win there?
Yeah, it's always tricky as a coach. Do you talk about the errors? Do you bring attention to it? Does that highlight the problem more than it helps? We talked a lot about our unforced errors, and it wasn't just our attacking errors. There were errors on every side of the ball, but we take full ownership and accountability of that set. And, San Diego's a good team, don't get me wrong, but anyone could have been on the other side of the net in that set and we would have lost. So for us, it's a lesson of like, okay, that's on us. We need to take ownership, and how do we change it? Because there was at least, we had 10 hitting errors and however many other errors. So that's the difference in the game right there.
And Nico, in a less offense kind of match like this, do you think that 9 block assists for you, is that defense at the net really an emphasis in a match like this where nobody can really get the attack going?
I think blocking is just always an emphasis every game. I think most of our drills blocking is like pressing, and just blocking extremely important. Again, a block just goes a long way, hypes everyone up. So I think relying on blocking is big time.
Sure. Maddie, you were really the spark plug in this one when you came off the bench in that third set. What's your mindset to stay ready on the bench in order to launch in and really turn things around for your team like you did tonight?
I don't know. The bench is fun. We all make it fun. We're all locked in. So I think when anyone's name gets called, they're ready. So, yeah.
Question for Coach. We saw Presley Yates in the first set come on. How cool was that? And take us through bringing her on in a moment like that.
I mean, it's amazing. We love to see Press. We have a lot of love for that kid. That kid, you guys don't get to see it every day, unfortunately. You're welcome to practice. But she works so hard. She is one of, if not the hardest worker in our gym. And our girls know it. I don't know if you heard the cheers when she went in. She had an incredible week of training. Incredible week offensively, stacked another, and then defensively she's making some big strides. So she earned it. And to watch her go out there and compete and give it her all and just be the Presley that she is every day in the gym was really, really cool for us.
Awesome. And then a question for Maddie and Nico. We talked a lot about the struggles in the first 3 sets, but what about that fourth set? What felt good? What went right in set 4 to build up such a big lead and then close it out emphatically?
I don't know, in particular. It just felt like our energy was we had already won the game.
I mean, energy, we're just goofy. We're just straight up goofy. And I think just being yourself and being goofy goes a long way. And that's all I got to say to that.
I will say, to hear both of them, there's a lot of freed up in their mentalities in that set. And I think it's easy to come off of that third set and feel freed up, but it was so tight in the third, it could have gone both ways. And to be honest, we were down in the fourth for a while. So it felt like we stopped the bleed sooner in some rotations where we didn't do that in the third set. And to be able to do that and capitalize on some points, I think made a really big difference in that.
Awesome. Thank you all so much.
Question for Nico first. I mean, in the fourth set, it seemed like the game was about 8-8, and you got about 3-4 blocks in a row. Really sparked the team. How much does it mean to you to be a source of energy for the team?
I mean, it's important for everyone to bring their own energy. I don't look at the scores. I don't look at the numbers up there. I just focus on one point at a time and doing what I can for the team. I've been off, I haven't been in the same Nico the past week and a half. So today I just remember why I'm here. And, I got people who trust me and I trust my group. So I tried to give it all today. We all did. So it was awesome.
I think I want to call you Sparky now.
Go ahead, man.
Sparking team.
Go ahead.
And then question for Coach. In a night where the offense isn't performing how you would like it, how much does it mean to you to get a win defensively, where the defense came up huge tonight?
Huge, yeah. For our defense to step up like this is massive. And I don't know if you guys see Jordan Molina get hyped after every block. We had 13 blocks and many more great defensive plays, and every single one of them, I get the biggest high five, and I swear this hand, I'm gonna have to ice it tonight. But our staff did a great job of scouting and prepping our defense for this match. And I am curious, I haven't looked at our detailed stats, but our transition efficiency, I'm curious where that would be, because I felt like that was another side that was actually doing pretty well. So I'm curious to see if that was still similar to how well our defense did.
I'm sorry, last one. I just want to ask about kind of the old reliable there, to get it back to Logan, to get it back to Elise and Rianne. How big are those three, and kind of just getting it to your star power on the outside?
Yeah, those three are huge. I mean, our offense is not the same without those three players, and to be able to flex them later in the match, I thought was really, really powerful. You know, everyone goes through it and everyone figures it out, and you know, Logan had a day, and to be able to turn that around and trust her teammates and trust herself was our biggest takeaway. So, you know, we talk a lot about like being this goldfish mindset and like starting the new day 0-0, but I think to be able to build into it builds a lot of confidence.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you all.